wondering if you can explain what promoted listing standard is and how the service works on eBay.
Sure. So promoted listing standard is basically a cost per sale model that was introduced by eBay a few years ago. So what does it mean exactly? So when you are promoting some items on eBay platform, you are charged only in case of a purchase of this promoted item, meaning that you don't need to have budget upfront for promoting items. Regarding how it's working on eBay and why you should do it, it's basically because you are going to gain more visibility on eBay. The items will be placed in particular slots. So, for example, on the search results, there are some attributed placement for promoted listing standard items. And also on the listing pages, there is some similar items placement where items promoted are placed. And in general, across eBay, there are some suggestions about items that you can purchase. So yeah, definitely it's really important to start using standard if you would like to gain more visibility on eBay.
What does Webinterpret's offer for promoted listing standard look like?
So we decided that it's not really easy to understand advertising in general. So as we have the expertise, we would like to really offer an automated solution for our sellers. And we decided that we will start with promoting international listings on eBay. So definitely combining localization and promotion is something that should be done to be able to grow globally in general on eBay, on international markets. And for that, we open the possibility to promote on all available international marketplaces that eBay is offering. So Australia, but also in Europe with Germany, French, Italy, and Spain. And definitely America as well, with US and Canada, both in French and English. And not forgetting about UK as well.
How does Webinterpret select products to include in a campaign?
So basically, we first of all need to stick to what eBay already proposed. So the items that are eligible to promoted listing standard are a fixed price item. We also need to take into account eligible countries. So as just explained, the different marketplaces that eBay open. And we need as well to take into consideration the categories which are eligible to promote items. So it really depends on the country, and eBay is putting a list available on their website, so it can be checked directly from there. Except eBay prerequisites, we are selecting the best items, the ones that can convert the most and can have more potential to increase the sales and drive more traffic as well to your stores.
Options are available for customizing ad rates.
So we have different options, depending as well if you would like to do it on a campaign or on a market level. So regarding, in general, we have the possibility to put a fixed rate and as well to have a range one, so from 2 to 5%, for example. These ones are available on both campaign and market level. The ones that are really interesting is the ones that are specifically on campaign level, because we are putting some recommendation available to you as well. So we can have eBay recommendation, but we are also adding Webinterpret ones. And definitely we have also the last one, which is the default ad rate that we are using as well, especially on international markets, which is the smart strategy. So it means basically that we are assessing the competitors, but we are not going up to 3.5% to make sure that sellers don't have a lot of expenses as well.
Where can sellers track their campaign results?
So one of the things that we are really proud of is that we build a unique dashboard on Webinterpret interface. So they have the possibility to view directly their marketing performance in one place. So from there, basically there are 3 sections that are really important. The first one is the overall key metrics that allow to really identify and track the performance regarding traffic and as well sales. And then there's a graph that can be used filtering by the different key metrics that we identified, where you can compare the different markets. So you can compare domestic and international, but you also can compare international markets all together. And the last part, which is also really interesting to understand in more details, the performance, is the list of campaigns with the key metrics per campaign. But yeah, we already did some dedicated webinar regarding the marketing performance and the dashboard, how we can use it. So I invite you to have a look at understanding the value of promoted listing with Webinterpret.
How can sellers get started?
Basically, sellers need to directly use Webinterpret Dashboard. So from there, there's possibility to start promoted listing. So it will redirect them directly to the marketing dashboard, where there's a landing page. And from there, they will see if they are eligible to start promoted listing. In this case, they can just go through the process and accept terms and conditions for each market on which they would like to promote. And after that, at the maximum 48 hours, the campaign will be launched. So it's fully automated and really easy and fast to set up.
Can sellers get started using Promoted Listing Standard with Webinterpret if they're already using Promoted Listing Standard through eBay?
There's different options for them, but I will recommend one in particular. So what is important to keep in mind is that an item can be promoted only once in a campaign. So meaning that if the seller is already having a campaign active or even paused, the item is still considered as promoted in this campaign. So we won't be able in this case to promote it for them. So in this case, either the seller decide to end the campaign by themselves, so it will be manual process from their side directly from eBay dashboard, or they can now use what we have as an option, which is promote exclusively. And just taking this option will allow us to control the campaigns that they already had on their side, and we will just end these campaigns and promote directly the items for them.
So what are your top tips for being successful on Promoted Listing Standard?
First one for sure is to make sure that your listing is optimized to be promoted first. The second one is to make sure that you are also promoting on the potential markets that can help you to grow. And then really related to ads in general, I really recommend you to use Webinterpret recommendation rates on your campaigns because we are really assessing competitors and trying to make sure that you will be still on the top of promotions. And promote exclusively is also a good option because in this case, we will make sure that we are promoting all potential items for you. So it's really important to be able to have the correct options selected for advertising. And finally, the last important part is as well to make sure that you are promoting the good listings during the different seasons. It really depends on seasonality as well, so it's one of the key elements. For that, I really recommend to read the case study that we did with Pure Watches, one of our sellers who was really having awesome results on using promoted listing standard. He had an increase about 186% in his sales. So yeah, and only promoting on their top international markets. They didn't do it on all international markets. And this is really interesting to see that they were able to already see a lot of improvements and increase in visibility and sales using it only on the top of the items and markets.
Last thing before we go, Webinterpret offers promoted listing standards for international and domestic marketplaces. So can you explain a little bit about the free trial that we're offering to our sellers to get started?
Yes, for sure. So what I can say is that if I was a seller on eBay, for sure, I will start at least on international for sure, because it's totally no risk. Because during 1 month, all the ad fees that the sellers are going to have on international campaigns, we will refund the sellers for this cost. So it's definitely no risk for them to start using it on international. And for domestic, depending on the plan, the subscription plan that the seller is having with Webinterpret, it's also good to start it, especially if you're already having international, because it's a good combination for them to see the increase on both markets, and they will be able to compare the results of these different performance. So definitely starting both during 1 month is really beneficial.